Hi everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm back with another brand new NECA review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the NECA Ultimate ALF figure. So before we take a look at ALF, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that he comes with. Actually, before I do that, I want to put up somewhere on screen here the barcode for ALF, so it'll appear here on the screen so you can screenshot it and look for ALF that way. So first up, we get one of my favorite accessories NECA has ever done, a cat sandwich. The bread on this looks really nice. The sculpt detail to it and the paint variation looks very nice, as does the sculpt to the cat's fur. It looks really good. And at first I thought this was supposed to be Lucky, but the color on the cat doesn't match up. There should be some more white to it. So yeah, I don't think this is supposed to be Lucky, but this is still an awesome accessory. Up next, ALF comes with a set of open hands. Up next, he comes with a set of pointing hands. Up next, you get an alternate right hand. The grip on it is a little bit tighter so you can fit this picture in his hand. And it looks really nice. I think this is just a sticker that's stuck on the picture frame. That looks really nice. The gold trim looks good as well. Here you can see the back. Even the gold right here and on the hinge for the stand of the picture looks really nice. That's some really nice detail to that. Up next, you get this alternate open left hand, and ALF comes with two of these. The only thing that I can think of is this is meant to hold the microphone here to the radio, and this radio looks really nice. It's very detailed. You can see the dial right here, all the buttons. Everything looks really nice. They even sculpted the little screws on. This is very detailed, as is the microphone. So yeah, this is a very awesome detailed accessory. Up next, he comes with this can of pop, and I can't remember if he actually drank this in the show or not, because this really looks like the Pepsi logo to me. But yeah, this looks really nice. This is what the other gripping hand is for. Up next, ALF comes with this huge bowl of popcorn. This is really big. This is even bigger than the popcorn bowl that the Turtles came with. He can't quite hold it unless you probably have two open hands on him. But yeah, this looks really nice. It's sculpted very nicely. Up next, you get his bag of slime balls, and they are sculpted really well. They have some really nice texturing to them and some dark green paint over the light green paint. Even the bag that it comes in is sculpted really nicely and has some variation. Yeah, that looks really nice. I think these, when ALF talked about these were cherry flavored in the show, if I remember right. And finally, ALF comes with sunglasses, and these fit really nice on the face. You can see there's kind of a little groove here that the glasses fit into, and they stay on his head very well. And he has this real fabric shirt. I absolutely love this. NECA did such an awesome job on this. The stitch work, the little buttons on it, the way that you put it on, which I don't have it lined up quite right, is Velcro. So you just use the Velcro there, and there's his shirt. It's got little gears on it. Yeah, this looks nice and it fits him really well. I am amazed at this. I'm so happy NECA included this as an accessory. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. So taking a look at this head sculpt, NECA did such a phenomenal job on this. It looks so good. The sculpt to the fur is done so well and has a nice dark brown wash over top of it that brings out all of the fur sculpt very nicely. You can see some really nice paint variation on his nose here. The nostrils are painted. You even get a dark brown tone to the ears, and then some black over top of that to bring the details out very nicely. This is really soft, and this lays really nicely. And they used gloss black for the eyes, and that looks fantastic. This is just an amazing head sculpt. And ALF actually has an articulated jaw, so you can open his mouth like that. You can see they sculpted the fangs there, and the tongue has some nice paint variation. You can see that the base color, a little bit of the base color showing through. It's like a light pink, and then has a dark pink and a little bit of black there in the middle. So yeah, the paint variation on this thing is crazy. This is sculpted phenomenally. That wash really brings out all of those details nicely. That looks really good. Just like with most figures that NECA does, they painted the elbow joints, but the more you move them around, the more you're going to scrape the paint off there. There you can see ALF's tail. It is glued down. It would have been nice if it would have been on a ball joint. I think that would have been really cool. My only real complaint with this figure, I have two complaints. The first is that NECA used an overlay over top of this joint right here, so whenever you bend the leg, you can see that it kind of starts bunching up right here. It's very minor. Let's see, is it that way on this side? Not really. So yeah, this side bunches up right there, and that scares me because I'm afraid that the more I move it, the more it's going to rip. Which it's not ripped right now, but I'm afraid that it will rip in the future. And my second complaint that is very minor is Alf has some really nice black wash down here on his feet, even some texturing to his toenails, and a little bit of paint variation. But on the right side here, you can see it just stops. That dark wash, you can see that it kind of fades into a lighter wash back here, but yeah, this just stops right here, and I think that's pretty noticeable. Yeah, the transition to the lighter color is kind of subtle. It kind of fades into that. But yeah, this side you can see a line right where it stops. I think it's more evident on the right side of his right foot. You can see where that line just stops right there. So those two complaints I have are very minor. Other than that, though, this is an amazing figure. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He has a ball-jointed neck that can look up all the way. He can look down just a little bit. He can move his head side to side. He actually has a swivel jaw and a swivel up here. So you can get his jaw and his head moving to get a wide open mouth like that. So yeah, that is very awesome. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out. He has some very nice articulation there. He has double-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way. He has a swivel wrist that can move side to side and up and down. He has a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way and forward just a little bit. It can move side to side very nicely. He has ball-jointed hips that can do a complete split. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back all the way. He has a very nice thigh swivel, single-jointed knees, and ball-jointed ankles that, because of the way they're sculpted, they just move up and down very slightly and side to side very slightly. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here Alf is next to Gizmo. And finally, here he is next to another friendly alien, E.T. Since NECA has done E.T. and Alf, I'd kind of like a Mac from Mac and Me. I think that would be very awesome if NECA would do that, since we're getting some of these 80s figures. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up because this is such a rad figure. NECA did a phenomenal job on it. They really knocked it out of the park with this one. I feel like I say that every NECA review, but they really do on all their figures. They put a ton of care into the figures, the accessories, getting all of the screen details just right. So yeah, they definitely put a lot of care into this figure, and it shows, and I would highly recommend picking it up. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.